It was supposed to be just another argument, nothing serious. I never imagined he'd actually leave. But as soon as those words escaped my mouth, I knew things had shifted between us. "You're just not good enough for me," I said. I watched his face falter, his shoulders tense, and for a brief moment, I regretted it. But I didn't take it back. By the time I realized the gravity of what I'd said, he was gone, and it was too late. This is how I destroyed the one good thing I had, because I couldn't appreciate it when I had it. A relationship to me had always been a mix of highs and lows, and I convinced myself that was just part of it. What relationship doesn't have ups and downs, right? But deep down, I wasn't happy. I told myself it was his fault, that he wasn't the right person for me. He didn't understand me, didn't know how to make me feel special. He was too predictable, too safe, too easy. I craved excitement. I wanted someone who would challenge me, someone who could stir something deep inside me. But instead, I had Alex. When we first met, he seemed perfect. He had a steady job, a charming smile, and kindness that made me feel like everything would be all right. He'd listen when I spoke, remember the little things, and go out of his way to make me feel loved. But over time, I started taking for granted. I wanted more. I needed someone who would make me feel alive, someone who would make my heart race. Alex just didn't do that anymore. I began seeing him differently. What once felt charming now felt suffocating. His routines, his attempt to make me happy, began to feel like a burden. And instead of appreciating his efforts, I pushed him away. I'd make little comments, subtle jabs about how he wasn't ambitious enough, how he didn't challenge me. I told myself I was just being honest. But looking back, I was simply too afraid to admit the truth. I was scared of settling for a comfortable life with no excitement, no passion. It was a rainy Saturday when everything changed. We were arguing over something trivial, probably because he didn't want to go out for dinner with my friends. He always avoided social events, preferring to stay in and relax. I hated it. It made me feel like he didn't care about my life outside of our relationship. We were sitting on the couch, the TV on in the background, but neither of us was watching it. The frustration inside me was building. "You just don't get it," I snapped, my voice rising. "You're not enough for me, Alex. You're just not good enough. I need more. I need someone who challenges me. You're too comfortable, too predictable." His face turned pale, and I could see the hurt in his eyes. But in that moment, I didn't care. The words felt freeing. They were my truth, weren't they? I wanted something more, and he just wasn't it. I wanted excitement, passion, something that made me feel like I was on the edge of something dangerous. Alex stood up slowly, his hand shaking. "You really think I'm not good enough for you?" he asked, his voice barely above a whisper. I stared at him, a flicker of guilt flashing in my chest. But I didn't take it back. I wanted him to fight for me, to beg me to stay, to show me that I mattered. But he didn't. "I'll be back," he said softly before walking toward the door. I didn't even try to stop him. I watched him grab his jacket and leave. The door clicked shut behind him, and I sat there frozen. I didn't think he'd actually leave. I thought he would come back, apologize, and everything would go back to normal. But he didn't. Days turned into weeks. I kept texting him, calling him, leaving messages begging for him to talk to me. But he ignored every attempt. And the longer he stayed away, the more I realized he wasn't coming back. I tried convincing myself that I didn't need him, that I was better off without him. I went out with friends, kept myself busy with work, anything to distract myself. But there was an emptiness inside me that wouldn't go away. I thought about everything he had done for me, the way he'd surprised me with flowers for no reason, the way he always listened to my rants and held me when I cried. He loved me in a way that was so genuine, so real, and I had pushed him away. Now he was gone, and I could never get him back. A month later, I saw him. I didn't expect to, but there he was, standing across the street talking to a friend. He looked different, more confident, happier. I froze, unsure what to do. My heart raced. I wanted to run to him, apologize, tell him I was sorry for everything I had said. But something held me back. I realized then that the person I was looking at wasn't the same man I'd pushed away. He had moved on. I watched him walk away, and the pain in my chest grew. I thought about everything we had shared, everything I had thrown away, because I thought I needed something more. And I realized the truth. I never really needed excitement or passion. I had needed him. He was the one thing that had made my life worth living. Now, as I sit here alone with my thoughts, I can't help but wonder how differently I would have acted if I had known then what I know now. I would have cherished him. I would have told him how much he meant to me. I would have never let my insecurities and fears destroy the best thing I had. But it's too late now. I push him away, and now I have to live with the consequences. So if you're in a relationship right now, and you feel like something is missing, don't make the same mistake I did. Don't push away the person who truly cares for you because you think you need something more. Because when they're gone, you might just realize they were everything you ever needed, and you'll never get them back.